Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope all is well. Welcome to another edition here. Welcome to I Am Thomas, and this is kind of my live chat version here of my live stream, giving you a true crime story that I would normally not be able to cover. You might have already heard of this story, or you might not have heard of this story. So just want to share it. I'm sure you've seen many. You might have already. You've seen. Sorry, we just want to make sure we're live here. You probably have seen many of people do this. Not doing anything grandiose. I am not claiming to do anything grandiose. I am just simply trying to share a story that I would normally not be able to cover not be able to cover based on location, right? So this is a story that always been fascinated by. I've seen it on Unsolved Mysteries. I was a big fan of um, Unsolved Mysteries many years ago, and it is the and this story, by the way, has been on Current Affair, Unsolved Mysteries, America's Most Wanted, Oprah Winfrey Show, 48 Hours, and that's the case of a Tara Calico. So on Tuesday, September 20th, 1988, Tara left her home at about 9:30 a.m. to go on her daily bike ride along New Mexico State Road 47. She rode that route almost every morning and was sometimes accompanied by her mother. However, her mother had stopped riding with Tara after she felt that she had been stalked by a motorist. She advised her daughter um, to think about carrying mace, but Tara, she had rejected the idea. Now, on the morning of Tara's disappearance, she had told her mom to come get her if she was not home by noon, as she had plans to play tennis with her boyfriend at around 12:30 in the afternoon. Now, when her daughter did not return, her mom went searching for her along Tara's usual bike route, but she could not find her. Pieces, and that's when she contacted the police. When she couldn't find her, she tried to retrace her steps. And pieces of Tara's Sony Walkman and a cassette tape were later discovered along the road. Her mother believed that she might have dropped them in an attempt to mark her trail. Several people claim that they seen Tara riding her bicycle, which has never been found. No one witnessed her presumed abduction, although several witnesses observed a light-colored pickup truck, possibly a 1953 Ford, with a camper shell following closely behind her. On June 15th rather, 1989, a Polaroid photo of a unidentified young woman and a boy, both gagged with black duct tape and seemingly bound, was discovered in a parking lot of a convenience store in Port St. Joe, Florida. The woman who found the photo said that it was in a parking space where a white windowless Toyota cargo van had been parked when she arrived at the store. She said that the van was being driven by a man, or by a man rather, with a mustache who appeared to be in his 30s. Police set up roadblocks to intercept the vehicle, but the man has never been identified. Now, according to Polaroid officials, the picture had to have been taken after May of 1989 because the particular film used in the photograph was not available until then. The photo was broadcast on A Current Affair in July, and Tara's mother was contacted by friends who had seen the show and thought the woman resembled Tara. Tara's mother said she was convinced that it was Tara. She also noted a scar on the woman's leg was identical to the one that Tara had received in a car accident. In addition, a paperback copy of V.C. Andrews' My Sweet Audrina, said to be one of Tara's favorite books, can be seen lying next to the woman. An individual by the name of Scotland Yard, pardon me, had analyzed the photo and concluded that the woman was indeed Tara. But then there was a second analysis by Los Alamos National Laboratory, and they disagreed. An FBI analysis of the photo was inconclusive. Now, there was a second individual, like I mentioned in that photo, and that was a boy. And the boy is rumored to be Michael Henley. And Michael Henley's mother said that she was almost certain that in that picture, it was Michael in that Polaroid. The identification of the boy in the photograph as Michael Henley is considered highly unlikely. His remains were discovered in June of 1990 in Zuni Mountains, which is about 7 miles from his family's campsite from which he had disappeared, and about 75 miles from where Tara had disappeared. Police believe that Michael, he had wandered off, and subsequently that he had died of exposure. Let me see if I could bring up the photo for you guys. Here it is. You see the book. And you've probably seen this if you watch like true crime. You've probably seen this numerous of times. This photo, you're probably very familiar with it. You see here is that Polaroid photo that was discovered. I'll show it to you over here on camera here. That's the Polaroid. In 2009, 20 years after the Polaroid photo was found and shared by the media, pictures of the boy were sent to Port St. Joe Police Chief David Barnes. He received 2 letters, postmarked June 10th and August 10th, 2009, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. One letter contained a photo printed on copy paper of a young boy with sandy brown hair. Someone had drawn a black band in ink on the photo over the boy's mouth, as if it were covered in tape, as in the 1989 picture. The second letter, well, it had contained an original image of the boy. August 12th, the Star newspaper in Port St. Joe received a third letter, also postmarked in Albuquerque on August 10th, and depicting the same image of a boy with black marker drawn over his mouth. The boy has not been confirmed to be the same one as in the previous photo. None of the letters contained a return address or a note indicating the child's identity, making the officials there believe it may have something to do with the disappearance of Tara Calico. The letters were sent at the same time that a self-proclaimed psychic had called about Tara Calico, saying that she had met a runaway in California with whom she worked in a strip club. This girl was eventually murdered. The caller said she had dreams suggesting that the runaway may have been Tara and that she may be buried in California. Searches did not lead to any discoveries. The photos were given to the FBI for further investigation in hope of finding fingerprints of possible DNA evidence. Two other Polaroid photographs, possibly of Calico, have been surfaced over the years. The first was found near a construction site in Montecito, California. And it's a blurry photo of a girl's face with tape covering her mouth and light blue striped fabric behind her, similar to that on the pillow in the Toyota van photo. It was taken on film that was not available until June of 1989. The second shows a woman loosely bound in gauze, her eyes covered with more gauze and large black framed glasses, with a male passenger beside her on an Amtrak train. The film used was not available until February of 1990. Tara Calico's mother, believed that the first one was Tara, but thought that the second may have been a hoax. Tara's sister stated, "They had a striking, uncalming resemblance. As for me, I'll not rule them out. But keep in mind, our family has had to identify many other photographs, and all but these three were ruled out." In 1998, some later developments here in the story. In 1998, Tara was officially declared dead. The judge had ruled her death a homicide. 2008, there were reports. The sheriff of Venezia County reported that he had received information that two teenagers hit Tara with a truck, panicked, and subsequently killed her. According to the sheriff, the boys who knew Tara drove up behind her in a truck, and some form of accident had followed. Tara later died, and those responsible covered up the crime. The sheriff stated that he knew the names of those involved, but that without a body, he couldn't make a case. He did not release the evidence that led him to this conclusion. Tara Calico's stepfather, John Doe, said that the sheriff should not have made these comments if he was not willing to arrest anyone and that the strong circumstantial evidence should be enough of for a conviction. In October of 2013, a 6-person task force was established to re-examine Tara's disappearance. As of 2017, no arrests have been made, and the case remains open. September of 2021, New Mexico State Police issued a statement that they have a new lead in the case, and that the focus of a sealed warrant for an unknown private residence located within Phoenicia County has been issued. However, no further details were provided. We fast forward to June of 2023. The Phoenicia County Sheriff, that's in New Mexico, announced a breakthrough in the 1988 disappearance of Tara CALICO. Sheriff Denise Vigil, and other law enforcement officers spoke at a press conference regarding the CALICO case. At this time, law enforcement believes that there is sufficient evidence to submit this investigation to the District Attorney's Office for review of potential charges. Currently, the identities and specifics of the persons of interest are sealed by the court and will remain so until a court order otherwise. And that's where we stand. Years and years later. What a horrible story. And even more questions about those Polaroids that surfaced. I can only just imagine what anguish the family must be going through. Please do subscribe to I Am Thomas on YouTube. I hope all is well. And again, on my channel on YouTube, I do true crime. I do, pop culture places, like famous former residents, roadside attractions, drive-alongs, so on and so forth. All that good fun, famous graves. And I hope all is well. And we'll speak very, very soon. Until next time.